G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video I will be going over my power rankings for round 18. Very excited to jump into this one and get it going. If you can't tell, I am in a little bit of a rush today. So basically probably from like 12th to 17th is going to be done with no real explanation. So straight away we are going to go 1, 2 and 3. I think it's fair, all three of these teams got absolutely decimated last week. I think 15th to 17th is a good spot for them. Next up, all right, I am going to go, and this could be a little bit controversial here. Roosters definitely down there, Manly as well down here. And then the Dolphins are falling a little bit, so I'm going to put them there. 12th, 13th, and 14th. Dolphins, Manly, Roosters. I think that's pretty fair if you ask me. Next up, in 11th, I'm putting the Titans. I know it might be a little bit low, but I think we just need to see a little bit more from them late in the season, and they can definitely make their way up the rankings. Knights for me in 10th. Really good win over the Bulldogs. Yes, I know it was the Bulldogs, but they can only play what's in front of them, and they absolutely decimated the Dogs. So I think 10th spot is fair for the Knights. In 9th spot, so there's a few teams I could look at here. Cronulla being one. Haven't beaten a top 8 side all year, so 9th seems pretty fair. Raiders, another team that, haven't blown anybody out, but they're still getting the wins they need to. They got the worst for and against in the top 8. Definitely a team we could look at for 9th. Warriors starting to fall a little bit there. Pretty big loss to the Rabbitohs there last week, but I do think they'll bounce back, so I think 9th is a little bit unfair for them. Cowboys, they're on a roll at the moment. Can't really put them there. Same with the Eels and Rabbitohs. Got a good win last week. I don't think the Rabbitohs should be ranked too highly, but I don't think they fall out of that top 8. So for me, I'm actually going to put the Sharks in 9th. I know they got that really good win over the Dragons. I do, but we just haven't seen them beat a top 8 side. And this could be a really controversial pick. It really could. But until I see a top 8 side get beaten by Cronulla, I can't rank them any higher than 9th, unfortunately. All right, so 8th spot for me is the Raiders. In 7th spot, I've got the Rabbitohs. Now, the Rabbitohs move up a little tiny bit, but I can't put them any higher than 7th. They got a good win over the Warriors, which does help them a little bit. But the last 8 weeks, apart from that Warriors game, we have been very disappointing. So we need to fix that. And last week was a step in the right direction. Don't get me wrong, but we've still got a long way to go. So Warriors for me just ahead of the Rabbitohs there. And then the Cowboys at this point in time in 5th for me. Massive jump, I know, but it is power ranking. So it's how teams are tracking at the moment. And the Cowboys, they've proved that they can beat top 8 sides and beat them well. So I think 5th spot at the moment is good for the Cowboys. Now, if they, come out next week and have and they essentially poo the bed in nicer terms, then they will probably drop down significantly. It's just how they're going at the moment. My top 4, Storm, Eels, Broncos, and Panthers. That is pretty much it. Storm playing pretty good footy. Yeah, they've been a bit hit and miss on occasions, but I think 4th is fine. Parramatta, they're humming at the moment, playing amazing footy. Hopefully they can continue it, but I do expect them and the Cowboys to slide a little bit in the coming weeks. Broncos and Panthers are the 2 form sides of the comp. I think both these sides are the teams to beat. They're my 1 and 2 respectively. Let me know what changes you'd make in the comments, guys. I'm sorry this one was a little bit more rushed. I needed to get it out for you. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.